What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Gentlemen, I know we probably didn't get a lot of movie watching in this week, but even if you know of something that you didn't watch but you thought was great, let's hear some recommendations for our fans out there. What's good? So what do you have? Nate, I'll start with you. What would you recommend?
For sure. So speak for yourself on that one. I had a great week of watching movies. While the rest of you guys are out here working, I'm sitting at home. Hey, no, regardless. Netflix movies, known for being ridiculously trash. Obviously, when they put the effort in, when they attempt to make a Marriage Story or an Irishman or Two Popes, it works out really well. But a majority of Netflix movies are awful. 99 times they throw the dart at the dartboard. It does not stick. But I tried out Hogar or The Occupant on Netflix.
Oh.
It is a Spanish film. You can dub it in English or you can watch it with the subtitles. It does not have great reviews. It has a 2.9 on Letterboxd right now. I'm not familiar with what it has on Rotten Tomatoes. Either way, I loved this. Right now, this is my best movie of 2020. Better than The Invisible Man. Better than The Way Back. It definitely has spices of, oh my God, Phoenix, the way you're looking at me right now. It definitely has spices of Parasite. I don't think it's anywhere near as good as Parasite, but definitely if you're a big fan of Parasite, the way of how that story unfolded, check this one out. This is a great story. It had me on the edge of my seat several times. Forewarning, it does start pretty slow. So if you're able to get through the first 45 minutes or so, trust me on it. The ending is fantastic. The Occupant, Hogar, if you watch it, let me know. Check this one out for sure.
Sweet. All right. Nick, what about you?
So I'm going to go with a movie that I thought was a 2020 release, and if it was a 2020 release, probably would be my best movie of the year so far. It's called Bad Education. It's with Hugh Jackman, Allison Janney Romano, Alex Wolff. It has a pretty good cast. With me being a big fan of biopics, this was right up my alley, and it was that kind of movie that the less you knew about it, the better the ending was for you. It tells the story of a superintendent who has a drive to, fix up this school district in, I believe, New York, played by Hugh Jackman. Favorite movies that I've watched this year. And the cool thing behind it is that the screenwriter, I think it's Mike Makowski is how you pronounce his last name. He was actually a part of the school system where this, what would you call it, like a scandal took place. So he was actually in the school system, living in the area when all this went down. So definitely a good recommend on that one.
I had heard about Bad Education. I thought it was coming out last year too, but it actually did come out this year.
It was like the
Toronto
International Film Festival. Yeah, it was like the TIFF debut in September, and then so but a lot of people have it on their 2020.
Right, I gotta check that one out. All right, Jeremy, what about you? What do you recommend?
Actually, I have not seen a new movie this week. My bad, but I did go back to the classics, man. I watched Spaceballs, Mel Brooks. Freaking love that movie. I bet she gives great helmet. Come on, that's such a good movie. Y'all gotta watch it, man. I love it when they're combing the desert. You found anything? We ain't found shit.
Man.
I love Mel Brooks. Like, Mel Brooks is like definitely one of my favorites. I mean, God rest him, but I love Mel Brooks movies.
Yes, Spaceballs is on my movies to watch list.
That Blazing Saddles, come
Yeah,
on, Blazing Saddles
yeah.
is my shit.
It's all they're all on my watch list. Okay, one of the movies that I got around to seeing finally came out last year. Was a fantastic movie, got great reviews. Unfortunately, didn't get any awards recognition, but it's this movie called Clemency. Stars Alfre Woodard and Aldous Hodge. Aldous Hodge was also in The Invisible Man. He played the cop.
Yeah.
Fantastic movie. And I'll tell you what's crazy about it is for the majority of the runtime, it's building this character, and it's Alfre Woodard's character is being built through the majority of the runtime, and the story is sort of like it's slow. It's a very slow story, but when it comes to the ending, all of a sudden everything is put into place, and that's one of my favorite kind of character dramas. Is where you're lurking for the meaning, and you're waiting for something to happen, and then when it does happen, it sort of places everything into focus. So that was one of the better movies, I think, of 2019, and unfortunately didn't get a lot of recognition, but I would definitely recommend you guys check it out. Clemency, starring Alfre Woodard. So for our recommendations, run it back once again. We got Clemency, Spaceballs,
Bad Education.
Bad Education, and what was it? The Occupant?
The Occupant.
Yeah, The Occupant.
All right. So that's Netflix, HBO, Prime, and wherever you can possibly find Spaceballs. I have no idea where you can find it.
Everywhere.
Your local library. Your local library.
Because they're all closed.
What's that? Whoa. Local lot. Are we saying that movie's too old? What's going on here?
Yes. That is what I'm saying.
I feel dissension in the ranks. Whoa, Nathan, I'm going to educate you, sir. Sir, you wait. We're going to get educated.
All I'm saying is the one time I watched Spaceballs was from a DVD from the librry. That's
Did you return it?
Of course I did.
Shame on you.
Of course I did. Whoa. I'm trying to bring my library out of business.
Nathan, I will buy you that movie if it comes down. I'll do that for you. Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Thanks so much. All right.